Hello everyone and welcome to the channel. In today's video I will show you all the new features of Wear OS 7 on the Pixel Watch 4, and let me tell you that this update has some nice quality of life features that you need to know about. So without further ado, let's jump in. The first feature we got with this update is the live notifications support, which will allow you to track live events directly on your Pixel Watch. I will use the media controls as an example to give you an idea about how it works, and later I will show you even more examples. If you have a live notification, you should see a small icon on your watch face representing this live notification. Also, when you expand the notification shade, you should see a pinned notification that takes you to this specific live notification. But it doesn't only stop here. Let's say you have a food order and you want to track the delivery on your Pixel Watch. Google gave us a quick example in the blog post about Wear OS 7, and here is how it looks. You get a small icon on your watch face similar to the media controls. Here's the pinned notification, and tapping on it takes you to the live notification so you can see the progress. And the same applies to the workouts. Here I have the workout icon, the pinned notification, and I can jump to it from here. You will also see the live game scores, etc. I also found that if you have multiple live notifications active at the same time and you have one open, you can switch between them by swiping left and right. The second change is the ability to control more devices from your Pixel Watch, and one of these examples is related to the media controls. Let's say you are playing music on your Pixel Watch. When you tap on this button, now you get access to the media output switcher that will allow you to choose between different devices. Either it's your Pixel Buds or another smart speaker on your home network. You can immediately switch between the devices from this page. Another example under this functionality is related to the intelligent eyewear, which launches this fall. If you may know, Google is working on a smart glasses that we might see in the upcoming event, and the blog post says if you take a photo with your audio glasses, for example, you can review your capture instantly with a quick glance on your watch. So overall, Wear OS 7 will make your life easier, especially with connected devices. The third change is actually a big one. Wear OS tiles are now called widgets, and it's not just a name change. This new change will allow developers to create one unified design for the whole Android ecosystem, either it's a phone, tablet, or a Pixel Watch. And also, when I scroll through my tiles carousel, which is now the widgets carousel, you see this new add button. Tapping on it takes me to the same tiles I already have, but it says at the top, add widgets. I didn't see any app leveraging this new functionality just yet, except for the single note widget of Keep Notes. It looks more like a widget than a tile, and here's how it looks in action. Google also mentions that the widgets will have two sizes, either 2x2, which is similar to this one, or 2x1, which is only one row. Let me also show you the examples Google shared in the blog post. This is one of the examples of the 2x1 size. Here's the 2x2, another one, and here's the fourth example. This will take us to Gemini, which got three big changes with Wear OS 7. The first one is the ability to create your own widgets using natural language with the help of Gemini. I didn't get this functionality yet on my Pixel Watch, but Google gave us a sneak peek at this new feature in the blog post, and here's how it works. You should see a create button in the widgets picker, which takes you to another page with some suggestions, or you can tap on the microphone to describe your own. In this example, it says build a trip planner to Japan with local weather, currency exchange, etc. Then it collects all the information and create a custom widget that you can add to your widgets carousel, as I showed you earlier. And here's the final result. And by the way, we are getting this feature on Android as well later this year. The second change is the multi-step app automation. The description says Gemini navigates tasks directly from your Pixel Watch, whether it's reserving a front row bike for your spin class or ordering your usual from your favorite restaurant. And here is a quick example on how the functionality works. You can ask Gemini to order food, book something for you, and it will automate these tasks in the background, giving you a progress bar as you see here. Once done, you will be notified to review and take the action. The third change is the personal intelligence support on Wear OS, which we already have on Android. It allows Gemini to leverage your data in Google Apps to help you get things done faster or locate information without the need to manually search for it. This feature is coming to Wear OS 7. You can ask Gemini about the restaurant name a friend sent you a while ago in one of the messages, and when it locates the information, you can also ask it to navigate to this place and so on. The last Gemini change is the new Neural Expressive Design language we've seen in the Gemini app on Android and the iOS, which I covered in a separate video. I didn't get this new design on my Pixel Watch yet, but here is how it looks. You should see a blue bubble at the bottom of the screen that animates in a really nice way and also houses the captions in this look. And for those who have a problem with the battery life of the Pixel Watch, Google claims a 10% improvement in battery life after installing Wear OS 7 thanks to deep system-level power optimizations. So these are all the new changes Google mentioned in the blog post, but I also spotted other features after using Wear OS for a couple of days. The first one is the bigger padlock icon on the lock screen when compared to Wear OS 6. I also feel that Wear OS 7 has a slightly different font when compared to Wear OS 6. It looks more rounded and bigger, but I'm not 100% sure, so please let me know in the comments if you think the same. Now let's move on to settings which got multiple changes. The first one is the redesigned sliders and toggles. So for example, when I go to the sound menu, you can see redesigned toggles over here to match the Material 3 expressive design language. When I turn off the toggle, the highlight disappears, and when I turn it on, it gets an accent color. Also, the sliders look different than Wear OS 6. Under connectivity and then Bluetooth, when you scroll all the way down, now you get a quick shortcut to the transfer watch feature, not only under system like before. The second change under connectivity is the new share heart rate menu. Previously, this functionality was accessible from the quick settings, but now you can also see it under the connectivity page. Moving to gestures and then hand gestures, when you scroll down a bit, you will see a brand new menu item called External Device Control. The description says customize gesture controls with compatible external devices like XR devices. Again, the new smart glasses from Google we might see later this year. When you go inside, you will see two toggles. The first one will allow you to control the external device and the Pixel Watch using the hand gesture, or you can limit this functionality to the external device only by enabling this toggle. Under apps and notifications and then notifications, now you have the ability to customize how the alerting notifications appear on the screen. When you go to this menu, you have two options. Either on wrist raise, so if you received an alerting notification, once you raise your hand like this, it should appear in full screen view, or you can set it to immediately, which will show the notification in full screen view anyways, regardless your wrist position. Under sound, when you scroll all the way down, you will see a brand new slider for the accessibility volume. By this, I covered all the new features in Wear OS 7, and now it's time to talk about my experience with the performance and stability in the past couple of days. And I gotta say that this new update is super smooth, super fast, and I'm really enjoying Wear OS 7. Everything is working perfectly well as expected. The battery life is great, and I don't have a single issue with it. So you can give it a try and let me know in the comments if you feel the same. So that's pretty much it for today. These are all the new features I wanted to show you in Wear OS 7. Please let me know in the comments if I missed anything. But for now, thanks so much for watching and see you in the next video.